What's going on, guys? It's JG from Game Illuminaughty. We are day 2 at PAX, and today we are at the booth for Victor Vran. And who am I speaking with today?
My name's Al. I'm product manager for the Victor Vran games.
All right, so Victor Vran, you said, has been around since 2014 in early access. So what do we have new in store today? Okay,
so what we're showing off for the first time in the US is the console release for Victor Vran. That includes the original game from the PC release, along with all of the content that was released with that, and 2 brand new fully featured expansions as well in Fractured Worlds and Motorhead Through the Ages.
All right, so I had extensive time to play the Motorhead expansion, so give us a little bit of backstory on how the Motorhead expansion began and how you worked directly with Motorhead.
Sure, so the Motorhead expansion was conceived back in 2014. One of the producers at Hemmermont Games was a huge Motorhead fan and has known members of the band and Lloyd Kaufman, who was a very close personal friend of Lemmy, for a number of years. So he loved the band, he loved everything that they stood for, and what he really wanted to do was take the fans through the ages of Motorhead and really give them a journey through the albums, through the artwork, through the band's attitudes, and really allow that to play out in a game format.
So you said the game is basically like if you play Diablo, this is exactly that type of RPG or dungeon crawlers, you would call it.
It's an action RPG, absolutely, and you'll see similarities between those games. What sets it apart is the range of movement, the dodging, the jumping that you're able to do within this game. I know an action RPG where you can jump, right, man, it's pretty rare, but what else sets it apart is the fact that the classes are dynamic, so it's not a game where you pick a class and you pick a skill tree and you limit yourself with that. Whatever weapon type you think is going to get the job done in that moment, you can build a class around the way that you want to play with a range of items that will buff and debuff your character, from outfits to destiny cards to talismans. There's a whole range of ways that you can mold your character and ways that you can play ultimately.
So with Victor Vran, I mean, that's obviously the main character, and then with Motorhead, who do you play with specifically as the main character if you're playing single player?
So you're still Victor as you play the game, but there are different outfits within the original game, and so there are different outfits within Motorhead Through the Ages. So there's an outfit inspired by the style of Lemmy, there's an outfit inspired by Phil, and an outfit inspired by Mickey that you can play as you go through the game.
So you said the game has local co-op and then 4-player online co-op?
Yeah, so there's 2-player local co-op and 4-player online. It's drop in, drop out. So if you get yourself into a situation where there's just one boss that you can't quite get to grips with, then you can bring your friends in to help you take them down.
So since you say that there are no real classes in this game, if you play co-op, who do you end up playing with, or who do the other characters end up playing with?
Well, I mean, there aren't classes in the conventional sense, so you don't pigeonhole yourself within it. I mean, there are ranged weapons, and you can set your character up to be a good ranged character, or you can set it up to be good melee. So you're not restricted within class, but obviously there are benefits to having different types of play styles within a team that you play with.
Right. So basically, everybody. So say if you play with somebody else, or both of you Victor Vran, or does the other person end up getting someone else?
You're all Victor, but you can have your outfits to distinguish you if you like, or you can. There are markers on the screen, so you're not wondering who's who while you're playing.
Okay. All right. So the game is currently going to come out on PS4 or Xbox One?
So the game's coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, as well as the Overkill Edition will be coming to PC, and the expansion packs will be available separately for players who have already bought and play Victor Vran.
Okay, do we have a date on those?
It's spring 2017. We'll share more news as soon as we have it. Follow our social communities on Facebook and Twitter, and you'll get the latest info there.
All right, so the hard-hitting question, what about the Nintendo Switch? Is it coming to the Nintendo Switch?
We'll have to wait and see. It's a great console, and it's certainly something that we're looking at, but mum's the word on that right now.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for allowing us to play your game and interview you today.
That's great. Thank you very much.
I'm JD from Game Illuminati. Stay enlightened, gamers.